Hi, greetings from Las Vegas. This is CES 2013. I am Brad with Engadget, and here in my lovely hands is the Pantech Discover. This is an AT&T phone coming out January 11th for $50. Now here's the thing, Pantech is known in the US to be more of a budget-friendly brand, especially on AT&T and Verizon. That's where they have the biggest influence. Now this particular phone here for $50 is a pretty inexpensive, and so you think the specs normally not so great, but the thing is, Pantech's actually thrown in some pretty nice specs, some good premium features in here. For example, we have the 720p display. It's a 4.8-inch display, TFT. Doesn't look to be pen tile. I don't see any jagged edges or anything like that. Here you can see there's a little bit of a custom build of Android. It's running on ice cream sandwich. Chances are we'll see it go to Jelly Bean at some point down the road. We're just not sure exactly when that's going to happen. In terms of other features, on the back side we've also got a 12.6 megapixel camera. That's one of the best that you can get on AT&T's lineup at the moment. So it's quite surprising that we're seeing that on a budget-friendly phone. It'll be very interesting to see how well it actually performs, especially compared to some of the other premium cameras out there. In terms of other specs, we've got 2 megapixel frontward-facing camera up here on the top, and 16 gigabytes internal storage with micro SD capability. In fact, let me pull this apart. We're going to pull this like that, like so you can see underneath. So you got the micro SD, micro SIM card in there, and then the battery, which I believe is 2100 milliamp hours. Removable back cover, removable battery, of course, as you can see. A little bit of a textured battery cover right there, so offers a nice little grip. Now over here on the sides, you can see it's got a little bit of style to it. This is certainly not something that we have seen before, but Pantech always likes to jazz it up a little bit with their designs. So we like to see something a little bit different, and frankly, looking at it now, it actually kind of reminds me of the Xperia Arc in many ways. So overall, I love the design on this. Very, very new and very fresh. Let me wipe that off so you don't see all the fingerprints. And then we'll take a quick look at the software here. Now, the big thing that Pantech is pushing is the easy experience. So let's pull that up. The easy experience, we've seen that before on another Pantech phone called the Flex, where you can go and you can change the, basically you change the launcher. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so you can go in here, change the launcher to something a lot more basic, a lot more simple, so you don't have all these extra icons and notifications just getting in the way. So if you like to keep it basic, this is a good way to go. As you can see, there's no extra home pages. Ultimately, it really is just a launcher, and then you have, of course, a simplified menu that you would see on some of the feature phones that Pantech has put out in the past. So let's go back really quick to okay. So we'll go back to the settings here. Personalize, change experience, standard. Yeah, this is a lot more familiar to me. So as you can see, there's some of the usual AT&T preloaded apps. There's a AT&T Drive mode, which is AT&T's effort to get people to stop texting while they're driving. So if the GPS notices that you're actually going a little bit faster than you're supposed to be while texting, it's just going to start doing auto reply. So anybody that texts you, it'll just auto reply out as you go up above a certain mile per hour. Also has near field communications, which is nice. And so there's a whole bunch of other nice little features, but this is a good overview to get us started. If you check out our post, our hands-on post at Engadget.com, we go into more detail on what all the features are. We're very interested, very excited to play around with this in a few days when it actually comes out on AT&T. Once again, this is Brad with Engadget.